Alright, we're back again. This time we got Kharazan. So this is a new adventure mode. They actually removed one of the previous ones, the Naxxramas one, which is really disappointing. They're just taking out content now, I guess. But I had some of these. Oh, you know what? They're giving me... this is weird. They're giving me a bunch of stuff I've already had. What the hell? They didn't remove the black rock. No, it's... well... hold on. They didn't. Okay. We're fine. Because Nax isn't here, but... whatever, I guess... Fucking Blizzard, man. Anyway.
Dearest guest, tonight you are invited to the greatest party on Azeroth.
Ooh.
Join me in Kharazan for music, magic, and just a bit of mayhem.
God, he's so suave. So join Medivh and Azeroth's Elite for an unforgettable eating at his Tower of Kharazan. You know, there was actual concubines in the original Kharazan raid. Anyway, save the party from total disaster and 45 unique cards, or 45 cards unique to this experience. All right. Yes, and then they will eventually be able to be dusted because half of them are going to be useless. Just like what happened with Nax, which is kind of sad.
The silverware, rehearsed the opera, and prepared the menagerie. Tonight will be a night to remember.
Alright, so instead of going from top to bottom, it's... oh, I get it, because it's like a tower. That's kind of cute. I like that subtle touch. So you start from the bottom and... wait, that looks like the boss from the I don't know anymore. Let's have a look at the cards really quick. Spoilers, by the way. Moros. Turn summon a 1/1 Steward. That's an interesting low-cost card. There's more cards, too. Barn, summon a 1/1 copy of a random minion in your deck. Curator. Ooh. Okay, that's interesting. Oops. Yeah, that's the final boss of Nax. Oh god, okay. This is gonna be interesting.
Rose, why is there a demon in the ballroom?
Summon a 6/6 Abyssal. Oh, geez, the party's going great, but what's... yeah. Final boss, so he's... yeah. That's what I thought. Did I select my deck? Or do I get my own deck now? This is... Oh, that's interesting. Yeah, I heard. Yeah, this one was looking to be a little bit different. So it looks like you play as your own, and there's a new board too.
You again.
That's kind of cool. Okay, so we got brand new cards. Your spells cost 0 this turn. It gained 5 mana crystals this turn early. Let's get rid of this because we already have one, obviously. Yeah, I was like, wait, I didn't select a deck. Okay, draw 3 cards. All right, and we've got 30. So we're kind of like two bosses fighting each other.
After last time, we're still fixing the hole in the roof.
Okay, let's...
You are too kind.
Simple fool.
Good try, demon.
Simple fool.
Here.
Simple fool.
You never had a chance.
Simple fool.
I'm sorry, I gotta...
Oh, that was awesome.
Simple fool.
I bring life.
Neat!
That was your...
All dimensions, all realities are open to me.
Except this party.
I like the sense of humor they're bringing to this. That's something I always really liked about Hearthstone, is that they always tried to bring in like a little bit like a lighthearted take on the WoW lore, and I really enjoy that. Now, speaking of WoW lore, I guess we can talk about this now. This is basically a blog series now. In fact, I pretty much just... yeah, that'll probably be, from the foreseeable future, expecting to talk about the channel. So, Legion. want to talk about that. Ooh, Mana Crystal Cylinders. Can we do anything with that? Not really. So, Legion, the pre-patch just came out, and I'm going to be covering it. The expansion, not the pre-patch. So, the thing is, with that pre-patch, they added in this event, and you can get a Feats of Strength event achievement, which is kind of cool. And basically, you fight a bunch of demons, and you go to the Broken Isles. I won't say what happens, because there's a lot of spoilers, but basically, it's worth... If you're wondering about resubbing, give it a shot right now and do this event, because it'll get you hyped up, for the most part. It's doubles from... Oh, jeez. Okay, so if I do this... And this... Well, I didn't really need to do that, but okay. I can also play that. Not thinking here. New mage card.
Medivhas are set up. Barnes is rehearsing with them now.
Alright, well anyway, about the patch. So, ah, Jesus. So, it was really cool, for the most part. You know, it showed the scope. There was a new little mechanic they had whereby you would have the portraits of the characters, like, show up on your HUD, and they would, like, have an animation, and you would actually hear their voices. They would talk to you, which is really cool. Draenor tried to do that. They had these more cutscenes, but this is a lot better. It's a way of, like, telling you a story without shoving a cutscene in your face and, like, making you wait through it. It can especially be annoying when you're, like, playing multiple characters and you're just, like, waiting for it to end because you've seen it already. But I always felt that was something that was much needed in WoW. They really needed something to make the story a little bit better, because when you have the game basically be the same for most part, it's pretty much been the exact same since Lich King and I guess pretty much early Cataclysm. That was the last time the game was changed significantly in terms of the combat, because in Wrath, if you remember, they had all kinds of things like siege and, let's say, siege vehicles. Basically just vehicles in general were a thing. And then in Cata, they completely redid and reshuffled the talents, although it's still the same, you know, hit 1, 1, 1, 2, proc 3, 3, 1, 1, 1, 1. It's just kind of the same combat going on there. I like this deck already. Yeah. So, my problem with that is that it was near the end. It's kind of got this issue. It's got this MMO issue.
We forgot the balloons.
Sir, balloons terrify Murlocs. Remember last week?
So, we had this issue where, okay, there was this really emotional moment, and I was actually, I teared up a bit, because it was something significant that happened. I won't, you know, spoil what happened, but it was a big deal. And then, like, there's this moment, and, you know, how when you click on NPCs, they'll be like, hello there, greetings, like, I really can't say it without spoiling anything, but let's just say something happened and someone didn't make it back. So there was this funeral event, and, like, they were all mourning it, and then when you click on them to hear what they have to say, they come out with, hi, how are you? Like that typical MMO response, like they didn't even change it. And then after that, like, you know, after all this, there was another event that happened, and it showed, like, a cutscene panning around the room of these demons about to attack, and then it was just dead silent, but there were subtitles. So someone was talking, but they didn't include voice acting, which, those two moments right there, that killed the mood for me, and that's what I'm worried about, and that's what I'm worried about in general with Blizzard. They have all this money, yet they don't really use it when their competitors do it. Like, for example, Guild Wars. Guild Wars 2 has had so much put into it, so much content. There was a new expansion.
Have you heard his karaoke? He's amazing.
And he didn't torch the library.
Sorry, it's taking so long for me to fight this guy, but I think this is all just... I wonder if this is all just one wing, like we just unlock all the cards anyway. Like if this is just the only boss. But anyway, so that was a problem I've always had, is that WoW seems to kind of want to cheapen out when they shouldn't, because they have... And everyone's like, oh, but like, you're complaining, why can't you just settle with what you have? Well, Guild Wars is free. You do pay for it, yes, but content is generally free. There are some paid stuff, but you know what? So does WoW. WoW has it too. And yeah, Guild Wars 2 uses like bag spaces, stuff like that, but it's ridiculous that you can be defending a company that has all this extra cash and they're not doing nearly as much as their competitors. That's why tons of people are moving over to other games. And the only reason why WoW has such a grip on them still is because WoW has just been embedded as many of our first MMOs, or our first like major ones. Like there's ones before. I think Eve was like around, one of the original oh god, what is it? EverQuest. For a lot of people that was their first MMO. RuneScape was like when people couldn't afford their WoW subscription. Excuse me. So like there was others, but it's never been so embedded into us like something like WoW. I think we did pretty good there. And yeah, it's just something that's been bothering me for a while, and it did hurt because it did hurt itself really there, because otherwise that pre-patch like content, that was awesome. That was a really cool like taste of what's to come, and I'm excited for Legion. I already pre-ordered the collector's edition, and I know I'm gonna get burned out on it, just like Warlords of Draenor probably, but I'm still hoping that it'll be better. I'm still hoping that it'll be... We need to make WoW great again, guys. It's that simple. Crooked Blizzard. Are they crooked? We gotta give WoW back to the people who built it. How much can we do this turn? Not that much. Oh, can we... Yeah, Pyrobass is still 10 though. Pretty bad. Not playing this game too well. It's funny because if this was announced instead of Draenor, like if they swapped places, I would have been even more excited for this one, because I've been just so burned out because of Draenor. Because the problem with Draenor was that it was cool, it had a lot of ideas, but it just didn't have the content. And this game, it could have built its own original story, and it just didn't do it well. And I think that's a problem with Blizzard. They've always just been falling back on what's worked for them, and that's fine. But when they need to come up with stuff on their new stuff on their own, they're just like story-wise, their content just flat out sucks. Like StarCraft, for example. I was a huge StarCraft 2 player, and like I thought the StarCraft 2 story was fine, and then I heard and played a little bit of StarCraft 1, and I realized, wow, this story kind of sucks compared to the old one. And that was done, like, more than a decade ago. How do they just go backwards? And then, like, the ending for the newest expansion, I had my issues with it, but I still felt it was decent enough, but it could have been way better. And then, like, when the Legion thing is, like, that's what Blizzard's best at is reusing a lot of their lore, and they're kind of going for this double thing of, like, everyone's always wanted to fight Sargeras, right? Like, the original ultimate evil, right? Corrupted by the old gods, just this titan, this person who literally, this, not even a person, this being that literally, like, helped create, like, Azeroth and, like, shaped the worlds. If I'm remembering the lore correctly.
Another test.
Nice.
Another night on the prowl. Hear me roar.
This deck's so ridiculous. Hopefully they change it up a little bit in the other areas, because that would be kind of cool. Could I have just had lethal that turn? I'm not paying attention at all. That's obviously clear. You watch this for the personality, not for my amazing plays, which are bad. And if you do, I kind of feel bad for wasting your time. But yeah, I am probably going to cover it in some respect, at least some of the questing content.
I'm taking you with
Ooh. Victory, question mark.
This isn't good at all. Someone will have to clean up this mess before the party.
Alright, I guess, yeah, there's just 4 more of those. That was about 20 minutes, so... I'm not sure how I feel about this, because it is $20. I mean, you are getting class challenges and a bunch of cards. I don't know. I'm probably gonna buy it anyway. I might do a series on it, who knows. But, yeah, that's pretty much it for me. I'll see you guys next time. Sorry about the horrible plays. I'm out.